People, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. This is your weekend preview. Some big results, some shocking results as well. I'm gonna give you my team of the week, and we're gonna wrap it off. I mean, you guys already know this week we got Champions League games coming, European games, I believe Europa games as well. I'm not sure, but Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday there's going to be European games happening. So unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to do a watch along because I'm going to be working, but I'm still going to give you um, a review of some of the games happening, tomorrow, potentially Wednesday and Thursday as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. First result I wanted to talk about, United Southampton. I was here. I did the watch along early in the morning. Again, United kind of rode their luck in that game, if we're being completely honest. The scoreline, I think, definitely flattered United a bit. If only Southampton had been able to convert that early penalty, I believe this game would have went a completely different way, but it didn't. Rashford got his goal. De Ligt got his goal, and Garnacho got his goal. Now, at the end of the day, this is what happens, right? When certain teams have the opportunity to score and you don't, it's almost like you're going to get hit with the sucker punch. Like it almost always happens. Southampton could have definitely taken the lead and made this game a bit uncomfortable for United, but they did it and they got punished. And not even too long later, that was the funniest part. It's like, if you don't take your chances, in the next 10 minutes, you're probably going to concede. And they did. Really good goal from De Ligt as well. That header was, he did well with that header. I mean, it was a very difficult header. He got that ball into the net. Rashford's goal, I mean, that goal, it's almost like it was slow motion with the way the ball went into the back of the net. And, Garnacho came in, finished it off 3-0 comfortable. And I believe with that result, it pushes Man United to up to what, 10th. So again, it's points on the board. You know what I mean? If United had lost this game, I believe Ten Hag would have definitely been on the hot seat. For us rivals, this may be a good thing. It means Ten Hag gets to, still be in a job for longer. And he does this all the time whenever he's against the cush. At any time his back is against the wall, Ten Hag always finds something to rely on. Players always bail him out. So good win for United, moves them up to 10th. And look, we'll see what happens this weekend. I'm always going to say these are the teams that we're competing with. We're competing against your Uniteds, your Liverpools, your Aston Villas, your Newcastle, your Spurs. So anytime rivals drop points, we have to be ready to capitalize. So that was it for United. I think it was a big win for them. Good win. They take that result and then they keep it moving. Next game, I definitely want to touch on Liverpool against Nottingham Forest. Now, I did my previews, and I believe I initially said Liverpool were going to win 3-0, and I said, you know what? Nah, I have a feeling this is going to be one of those games where Forest will take the lead, and Liverpool definitely, come back, tie it, and potentially win it at the end. But halfway through that game, I was like, Forest might be able to really get something out of this. Watching that game was really stressful because I did a watch along again, but Forest just kept doing their thing. And at some point, I said, why wouldn't Nuno just bring on Hudson-Odoi and Alanga? The other guys who started the game were doing their thing, but at some point, you have to bring in, Hudson-Odoi, bring in Alanga, and kind of push, Liverpool back a bit. Because it got to a point where it just seemed like, Forest didn't really have an outball like that. Like Chris Wood was doing his thing, but the pressure just kept mounting on. And of course, brings Hudson-Odoi in, brings Alanga in, moves Hudson-Odoi to the left, his favorite position. Alanga on the right, because Alanga, he's direct. He can cut in, he can go on the outside. He gives you more on the right than Hudson Odoi would have. So it's just a smarter play anyway. And then what happens? The combination happens. Hudson Odoi gets that ball, and that finish was phenomenal. Fantastic goal. They held on to the win. And I think this is the first time Liverpool have lost to Forest since like maybe the 60s, I believe. So big, big, big win. I mean, Liverpool started off the season really well. 3 games, 3 wins, clean sheets. To go 4 wins in a row would have been a good thing for Liverpool. I think it would have definitely put a lot of us on notice. Like, Arne Slot definitely got something going. Like, he's got Liverpool really moving well. Um, but again, this result doesn't really um, it doesn't really like hurt their momentum. I think Liverpool are going to come back potentially next game, win their next game. So it's not going to be anything. But I think this was a big, big win. And us for rivals, like we love to see it, right? Because I think Liverpool definitely they were sitting high. I even was saying, I think they should definitely have to be challenging for the league. So the fact that they lost, I'm not going to say this isn't going to you know, I'm not going to say this is going to hold them back. I still think they're going to be in a position to be able to push Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man City all the way. So again, I think Liverpool are going to be up there. Man City 2-1 Brentford. They. I didn't watch that game. I watched the highlights. But again, one thing you got to talk about: Erling Haaland. This guy started the season off really well. Another goal makes it 9-4. I saw that second finish. Bro, this guy is just, I don't know. He's gone away for the holidays, for the summer, didn't play in the Euros, and you could just tell he's definitely put in some time into being able to finish and not missing as many big chances like he did last season. And this guy is just a machine. Haaland is something different. Like, one of the best, goal scorers that the league has ever seen. I know people like to say he's one of the best finishers, which, again, I think those two words can be used as one, but also not, because you can have someone who's a great finisher, but wouldn't score you loads of goals. You know what I mean? So, like, you can have someone who has only probably gotten you like 20 goals in like, I don't know, 300 games or so from midfield, but he's scored from not many shots on goal, or in terms of he hasn't really had that many opportunities. So this is someone whose conversion is going to be up there. That's someone who's a great finisher. Like, when they get that opportunity, they just finish it. Doesn't mean they get a lot of goals, because I know someone who say being a good finisher means you get a lot of goals. But I think finishing is more of it's the technique. It's how you're able to put the ball in the back of the net, the variations, the positioning, where you're scoring from. I believe all these things are important. So I'll say Haaland is definitely one of the best goal scorers, like, hands down. He has to be the best, if anything, because the guy's stats are ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry, about like 79 or something goals in like 70 games, bro. This shit it's unheard of. Okay, Haaland is a robot. He's AI, legit. If you go on Google and you type in AI, Haaland's picture should be popping up. That's how crazy this guy is. 2-1, 12 out of 12 points. Look, I think they're going to win the league again. It is what it is. Villa, Everton, again. Everton have a 2-goal lead. They lose it. Villa come back and win the game. And it always had to be a Duran win. It didn't have to be. Like, I know he was one of the guys who was being targeted in the summer for Chelsea. Some fans, like I say, the standard fans didn't feel like he was someone who can come and impact. Some of us saw the light and say, you know what, it doesn't matter where you're from, how old you are, what your name sounds like. If you can put the ball in the back of the net, that's all I need. I just need someone to be able to put the ball in the back of the net. I need me a Haaland type player. You get an opportunity, you score. If you're not being flashy, I don't give a damn. Just score. And this guy so far, 4 games in, 3 goals, coming off the bench, getting these goals as well, being a super sub right now. Look, if anybody else wants to move for Duran right now in the summer, you're going to have to pay a premium. He was available for a decent price now, but forget about it. You ain't getting that no more. So just let it go. Next game, Chelsea Bournemouth. It was a hard game. I think people have always underestimated teams like Bournemouth, but whenever you go to the Vitality Stadium, it's a hard place to go. No matter how big a team is, unless you're like a Man City, Bournemouth always give you a game. They always create opportunities. And that's like most of these other teams in the league anyway. Other teams are always going to create a chance. That you're not going to have like, you know, constant domination the whole game. They're going to create chances. And at home, with how they've been playing, yeah, they definitely created chances. Missed that penalty. Sanchez was inspired. I mean, the only reason they didn't get a result in that game was because Sanchez was not letting anything past them. Saved the penalty. They hit the post. I mean, look. Bournemouth are going to give people problems. But when you come to Chelsea side, we struggled. That midfield, it didn't seem like we had a lot of balance. Desasi was killing us on the right back position. I mean, he just kept getting skipped over and over and over again. Fofana was having a bozo moment every single time. Terrible back passing, not anticipating the game. Fofana looked like he hadn't woken up, like he didn't get off the bus. Desasi looked like he was still in his bed. That's how crazy and shitty that performance was, you know. But second half, after the break, I think we got more control. But even still, then, Bournemouth were the team that were pushing up until the point Sancho came in, Felix came in, and Kunku came in. That's when I think on some level, I don't know, the switch, it was just instant like that. I think once they saw us create a few chances when these guys came on, they started falling back a bit. And we started having more of their possession. We started playing through Bournemouth. We started creating chances. And of course, it had to be Jadon Sancho. I called it as well. I said, watch Jadon Sancho come into this game and either get the winner or assist a match winner. And what does he do? Finds Nkunku. I don't know how he got that ball, but somehow he found it, scored that goal. We take all 3 points, and you keep it moving. You're going to have games like this where you're not at your best, but bro, you get your win. That's all that's important. That's all that matters. You get your win, you keep it moving, and that's that. North London Derby, Spurs, Arsenal. During the week, I tweeted, I was like, yeah, if Spurs are not able to beat Arsenal, I like, nah, no excuses. Odegaard, Rice ain't playing. Spurs, you have everybody available. So in your own crib as well, at your own house, you have to take an opportunity. You have to take advantage of Arsenal missing key players. And they did it. The game plan was really simple. Spurs have all the ball, don't create nothing. Arsenal hit them on the counter. Arsenal get something from a set piece, and that's exactly how it went. Arsenal got that goal through Gabriel, and then the game was done. It was over with. 1-0, beating Spurs 3 times in a row now. That's kind of shambolic. It's a shame, really. But Spurs didn't create anything. Arsenal arguably created the better chance with Martinelli and all that. Spurs, they just weren't it. So a poor performance from them. Arsenal got 3 points. They keep up with Man City. And more importantly, they still hold, the bragging rights over their neighbors. I mean, London is always going to be blue. But right now, North London is looking like it's red. And Arsenal get into that point now where they're becoming almost inevitable, and it's annoying to admit, but they're so defensively solid, and they're probably always going to get an opportunity to get a goal through a set piece or a counter or Saka doing something spectacular, and that's just the reality. Arsenal right now, they're on it. I still don't think they're going to win the league, but let's see how it goes. And finally, Newcastle Wolves. Newcastle won that game. Wolves can hold that again. I saw the Harvey Barnes goal. I saw the Shaw goal. I mean, these are 2 goals worth winning any game. So, not much to say about that. Well, I think the Premier League table, top to 6, kind of looks like this. In a second, I'm going to show you. After this weekend set of games, this is what the Premier League table is looking like. City on 12 points, Arsenal on 10, Newcastle on 10, Liverpool 9, Villa on 9, Brighton 8, Forest 8, Chelsea 8, and Brentford 9. So that's your top 9. And we're gonna go with. I'm gonna show you guys my team of the week pretty quickly. These are the people I believe did the best. As you can see, for me, I'm going Sanchez. Saved us time and time again. Ola Aina, for me, lockdown defender, like I've called him. He can lock down any winger if he's really in the mood. Murillo, cracking game, solid defensively, ate up everything that came his way. Gabriel, you already know the defensive solidity, scored the winning goal as well. Timber didn't give Johnson a sniff. Timber's look, the guy is growing on me, bro. Like I've watched him now, and I'm like, yeah, this guy looks like a proper defender. Like he doesn't take, and he has that shit housery to him too. So solid. Caicedo for me, midfield, kept us moving a lot, saved us, tackling, interceptions. I'm gonna go Bruno Guimaraes in midfield, assist for Newcastle, rated highly in their game. And then your front four for me, I'm gonna go Sancho for that performance, man of the match in 45 minutes. Amad Diallo, United's best player of the weekend. Hudson-Odoi for that winner against Liverpool. That alone deserves a place for me in this team. And of course, Holland. Holland, no other questions. He does his thing, and that's pretty much it. But guys, this is your weekend review. I think you guys already saw everything that happened. But your first time, if this is your first time coming across my content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it, hop in the comments, let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Tomorrow, like I said, there's good games coming. We'll see who's winning. Hopefully, matter of fact, let me quickly look at the fixtures for tomorrow. Let's see what we got going on. Champions League. Let's look at the fixtures tomorrow. Show you guys real quick. Decent games. I think the biggest one for me, Liverpool, Milan. I'm gonna be watching that for sure. Villa's game. I'm not gonna watch it, but I'm gonna pay a close mind to it. Real Madrid is probably gonna win this game. Bayern Munich, they're gonna win this game as well. I see Juventus winning their game. I'm gonna go Villa to win. I'll give you quick predictions. So Juventus to win, Villa to win. I think Milan, Liverpool will be a tie for me. Bayern Munich to win, Real Madrid to win, and Sporting and Lille, I'm going to go with a Sporting win. So that'll be my preview for tomorrow. And we'll be back to preview Wednesday's games and Thursday's games. People, this has been another one. I'll see you guys in the next video.